Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, before I start my video, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's subscribed to me, because I gained about 50 subscribers in like 3 days. I was shocked. I was like, what? And everyone's been so sweet and supportive, and I finally reached 100 followers on Instagram, so I'm just very grateful and happy. But yeah, I just want to add that into the video before I start rambling on. So today I wanted to do an April wrap up of what I've read, but also I want to tell you what I want to read in May, because I have so many books I need to go through, especially my physical TBR. And I brought a new one today. Well, my girlfriend brought me one. Whoops. Anyway, to start off April, I started to read Flawless by Elsie Silver. So I'm sure a lot of you know what that is, but it's just like a small town romance, like Chestnut Springs, part of that book series. I'm really sorry, but I DNF'd it. And hear me out before you go, Ella, why? It's amazing. It just dragged on too much for me. I like a slow burn, you know? I can do with a slow burn, but this slow burn was too slow burn, and I didn't feel enough chemistry between them. But I don't know if that's just me, because everyone like loves the chemistry between them, and everyone says it gets better as the series goes on. But I just couldn't do it. I got about 60% of the way through and I was like, I'm not enjoying this as much as I should be. And I actually think that's why I read such little books in April, because I was like trying to drag through this and I couldn't. But on the note of so little books, I read kind of in the middle, I'd say, for me. Like, I read a fair amount. Like, so far I'm on 10 books of this year. If you want to know all of them, then just let me know. But I only started this channel like last month, so yeah, I read that, and I would probably like rate it like a 2-3 stars. The reason I rated that is because I can see why people enjoy it. Like, I can see the idea about it. Like, when I first started reading it, I was like, yes, cowboy romance, but it just didn't pull through for me, unfortunately. Sorry. Second book of April, or I don't really even know if you can classify it as a book. The second one of April was the Mindfuck series. I started it. I started The Risk. So yes, I started The Risk by I'm not sure. S.T. Abbey. S.T. Abbey. Yeah, I started it, and I'm pretty sure I rated that 4-star. I really enjoyed it. It was such a short read. Like, if you want to break out of a slump, this series I 100% recommend, especially if you have Kindle Unlimited, because they're all on there. But it just gets you out of a reading slump. Like, it's quick pace, it's romance, all of this stuff. And for me, it didn't have too much like in detail spicy scenes, because I'm not a fan of that. But if you are a fan of it, they still have spicy scenes, but they're just not massively in detail. But it just, everything was really good for me. But I think like the reason it wasn't 5-star is it just didn't have that. It's not a book that will stay with me. It was a really enjoyable read, and like I will read the next ones hopefully, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, oh my god, I'm never gonna forget that. It didn't have that for me. My next read was Normal People. I rated this 5 stars, and yes, it's very controversial. Some people love this, some people hate this. I actually think it's very much like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, and I loved it. So obviously I had watched the series on BBC iPlayer or on Hulu, wherever you are, of Normal People, and I fell in love with it. Like, it's one of my favourite series. I watch it like at least once a month just to get my hit of Marianne and Connell. But I had never read the book, and I was like putting it off because I was like, she uses no speech marks. But I spoke to the book assistant in Waterstones, and she was like, you get used to it, like you don't think about it the whole time. And I got what she meant when I started reading it. Like, for some reason in my brain it just fell forward, and I literally read it in about, I think it was a day. It is a pretty short read, but I just enjoyed it so much, and I related to the characters. but I also like could understand why they were frustrated and all this stuff. Like, I think there's a lot of deeper meanings to this book that not everyone sees, but some people see, and that's why it's like a love-hate book. But I loved it, and I rated it 5 stars, and I'm pretty sure it's my first 5-star of the year. No, it's my second one. It's this one and Binding 13, obviously, was my other 5-star read. But if you want a short read, try this. And let me know what you think of it, because obviously it's a hit and miss. Also, please excuse any background noise because there's a full house. The last read of April, well, not last read, I'm currently reading a book, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. But the last full read of April, for now, was Archer's Voice. This book, this is the first book to make me cry. Like, for the past 2 years, the first book to make me cry. And I was laying in bed and I was like, oh my god, it's actually making me cry. I rated Archer's Voice a 4.5. I've obviously seen quite a lot of reviews and people are like, oh, it's cringy, rah. But I just didn't see that. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the aspect of what the story was about. Like, to give a brief overview, like, so Archer can't speak. He's had a really troubled past, and also Bree has also, is it Bree? Oh god, I thought I got her name wrong. I don't know. But anyway, she's had a troubled past as well, and they find each other and like yada yada yada. Like, if you want to know more about it, read it on Amazon because I don't want to give it away. But it was just a really beautiful story, and I loved the meaning behind it and why Mia Sheridan had written it, and it was just so sweet. The only reason I didn't rate it a 5-star was because there was a bit too many sexy scenes for my liking, and I felt like they were quite graphic, and I wasn't expecting it from this book. Like, everyone was like, oh, it'll break your heart, and then I was reading and I was like, oh, okay, that's some spicy scenes. So that's just a fair warning. I really recommend this. Like, I got through this also in a day. I don't know what it is with me and books in a day. When I really like a book, I really like a book. And my current read of April is Keeping 13. The way these boys are speaking is exactly how boys would speak in my school, in high school. Like, I feel like when I read this book, I'm like, oh, this is literally how it was in high school. Like, she's got it spot on. But so far I'm enjoying it. Not as much as Binding 13, may I say, but I want to get through this so I can go on to Saving 6 and Redeeming 6, is it? I think so. And Taming 7, obviously, because I want to read more about Gibbsy and Claire, but I want to also get to Joey. So that's my current read right now of April, so hopefully I'll finish it just before the end of the month. Yeah. Now on to my May TBR. So I brought a book today, even though I need to get through my physical TBR and stop getting books, but I looked at my girlfriend and I was like, oh, it's the book I wanted. Wink wink. And here it is. Happy Place by Emily Henry. I've never read Emily Henry, but obviously her new release, Funny Story, I'm pretty sure it's called, came out, and I was like, let's see if I like Emily Henry's writing. I love her covers. Like, this cover, how do you not want to read that? It's giving summer vibes all over, and I like the idea of the story, so I think that'll be one of my first reads in May. I'm just so excited. I'm pretty sure they're quite short chapters, and I love a short chapter. I'm not a long chapter girl. I like a short chapter. I say that while reading like Keeping 13, and they're pretty long chapters. But yeah, I think this is my first TBR read. Let me know what you think, and I'll let you know what I think when I start it, because I'm going to start as soon as I finish Keeping 13, because I've been dying to read something from Emily Henry just to see if I like it. And if I do, then yippee. Obviously, because I'm trying to get through my physical TBR, I have a few more physical books that I want to get through. So next is ACOTAR. I think I've already said that this is on my TBR list, but you know, everyone reads this and raves about it so much, and I feel like I need to see what the hype's about and if I enjoy it. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fantasy girl, but I'm enough of one that I should have read this by now. But I think what's also putting me off is because it's a whole series and I'm awful with series. I don't know what's wrong with me, I just can't finish one. And Binding 13, like The Boys of Tommen, that is the series that I think I'm going to finish first. But, yeah. Next is Ignite Me from the Shatter Me series. I started this, I'm literally on page 59, but I just haven't managed to finish it. Like, it's the series that I really enjoyed, I just didn't carry on, and I think that's because I got a bit excited because I got my Kindle, but I will finish that, I'm pretty sure. The next one is the rest of the Boys of Tommen series, because I just want to read about Joey and Gibbsy, to be honest. I want to learn more about the world because the world feels so realistic to me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I think if you're from the UK, you get where I'm coming from. Like, it just feels like a realistic high school story. But yeah. And then lastly, one of my reads for May, I want it to be Butcher and Blackbird. I've said already that Saw is my favourite film, and I just think I really enjoy it. I asked one of my bookish friends, Amelia, if she was enjoying it, and she said she really enjoyed it and she like finished it. So I think I'm going to give it a go because I've been meaning to do it for a while, and I brought it while it was 99p. I actually think it still might be 99p on Kindle, so get over there if you haven't already. Oh, what am I doing? But yeah, it's basically about two serial killers who meet up once a year, I'm pretty sure, and things have blossomed from there. And I've read the trigger warning list, and some of that I was like, what? Like cookies and cream ice cream? I'm gonna say that now, because if you have read it, then you're gonna understand where I'm coming from. If you haven't, like me, then am I never gonna be able to eat cookies and cream ice cream again? Is she gonna scar me forever? I hope not. Anyway, so that's all for this video. I know it was quite like a shortish video. I'll say that and then I'll edit it and I'll be like, girl, please be real. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your, you know, May TBR reads are, and also what you read this month and what your favourite read was this month. My favourite read this month was Normal People. I will rave about this till the day I die, and this will be my personality for the next 5 years. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see anything from me and you have any ideas, just let me know. DM me on my Instagram, which is ellis.reading, or just comment down below and I will try and get back to you. And I probably will, because I'm literally spending all my time on YouTube and Instagram. But yeah, anyway, have a lovely day guys. See ya.